Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole. What's up, Firefly?
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, you know how we've been talking about like CIA operations?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if this is sort of a summary. I mean, we haven't gone through all of them yet. I think we'll
Yeah.
get to some of the other ones at a later date. But we sort of started thinking like, are we living through a CIA operation right now?
Is this Operation Disassociation?
Yeah,
Because what we've kind of noticed is as we're kind of unpacking all these like MK Ultra and Project Bluebeam,
mm,
there's kind of a predicate, right?
right.
And the predicate is disassociation.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to be disassociated to like fall under the brainwashing spell that they put on you,
Yes.
you know?
So what we've kind of decided to talk about today is um, like we're living in a CIA
I
operation
think,
right now.
yeah,
It doesn't have a name, but it's now.
it doesn't have one yet, maybe, or it probably does, but I
It's operation right now.
we're it's operation right now, but we're gonna just call it um Operation Disassociation.
It
And
rhymes.
wouldn't that be funny if actually they actually name it that
Yeah.
and that's what it's called and they're doing it to us right now?
Like documents come out and they say,
Like
well, we
in
named
50
it this.
years. In 50 years they go,
There was a podcast that said this was the
yeah.
name, and they're like, we just called it that because
And
that's what it
and
is.
they go, in 2025 there was Operation Disassociation.
Yes, and that's what it is. So what the reason that we kind of are talking about this is because we wanted to kind of talk about the steps of Operation Disassociation because what I think we're kind of breaking this episode down into is the phases.
Yeah.
And
There's phases to these
there's
operations.
phases.
Hmm.
So like what they have to do is with you, the subject, so you living in America and actually
Actually everywhere.
around the world
Yeah,
now.
unless you're in like some remote, like, jungle or desert or somewhere
Yeah,
where you have no contact with
which you're
outside,
actually kind of stoked.
which actually might be a nice
That's
place.
good
Yeah,
because now
you're not disassociated,
you're not disassociated. You're just like looking at some ants,
but
but that's cool.
basically everywhere else.
But yeah, so everywhere on Earth, you are being subjected to this in rapid succession, this sequence of events that lulls you into a stupor that allows them to disassociate you.
Right.
So, what's the first thing that they have to do?
Shut up.
Shut up. Then
They
we've
want
always
you
talked about
they
this.
want you to shut up.
So we've talked a lot of episodes about this.
Yeah.
The first rule is shut up.
Yeah.
Like, remember Dr. Fauci?
Hmm.
What did he say?
He said that if they kept allowing the conspiracy theorists to talk, that it would be the end of civilization.
He said it like
Right.
this: civilization's gonna go bye bye.
So what they're doing, I mean, we laugh about this and it's, funny to talk about it, but it's censorship.
Yeah.
This is what they're doing. I mean, they're basically telling you you can't talk about certain things. They're coming right out and saying that. Like you're not allowed to talk about certain things. And when people do try to talk about those things, they get censored, they get banned. Like you can't put those things out on social media, whatever. And some
Yeah.
places, even like the UK, they're arresting people for saying
Remember
everything.
they tackled that pregnant chick?
Yeah.
And they're
She
like,
was trying to have like a Facebook party or
she tried,
something.
no, no, no.
Like
What
what
she
was
tried to do, she tried to
she
arrange a
trying to
meeting in the
organize?
park. And
Yeah.
it was going to be like 50 people talking about how the cooties were a big hoax.
Yeah.
And they like chucked her on the ground while she was like 8 months pregnant.
Yeah. And arrested her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they want you to shut up.
Yeah.
They really want you to shut up. And the thing is that once you kind of submit to shutting up, and just self-censor, I think there's a kind of Eeyore effect that takes place then.
Yeah. That was
Like
a bummer.
we kind of talked about Eeyore. Eeyore is the first bite. That's where you turn into a walker, like
Yeah.
in The Walking
Because
Dead.
you're bummed out like
You get
Eeyore.
You get bummed out like Eeyore.
Yeah.
And you go, "Thanks for noticing me."
Yeah.
So that's why I think once you get told, "Shut up," and then you comply with "shut up," you get kinda Eeyore. So that's like the first step.
But if you don't shut up, I guess even if you do shut up, but more if you don't shut up, the next step is the gaslighting.
The gaslighting,
Because
yes.
if they can't make you shut up, they can just make you seem crazy. So gaslighting, I think gaslighting is such a let's talk about that for a
I
second.
love it.
Okay, because it's such a cool term and I think, we've talked about this before, but maybe some people didn't know or I didn't listen to it or whatever. Um, but the term actually came from this really old black and white movie
Yeah,
with Ingrid Bergman.
yeah.
And the reason why I think we should mention this is because like just like a week ago, a friend of mine, it came up in conversation with some other people and she was like, what is gaslighting? What does that mean? Where did it come from? So I explained, I'm like, I bet a lot of people don't even know what it is or what the origin is. So
Why don't you reiterate for all of us?
okay. So there was this old movie with Ingrid Bergman called Gaslight. And I don't normally like black and white old movies. I'm just not really into them.
Yeah.
But I remember watching this as a little kid. My mom told me to watch it. She's like, "This is a really good movie," and I was like, "Whatever, it's not." And I got really into it, and I watched it a couple more times as I got older. But it's about
I'm gonna watch it.
it's really good.
It sounds
It
cool.
so it takes place it back in time, even older than the movie, but it takes place in the time where they had to use gas to light their lamps
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the house.
yeah.
And I think there was like a knob that you would turn to like dim them.
Mhm.
And at a certain time of the day, I'm kind of forgetting the nitty-gritty details of the movie, but basically the husband was dimming the lights all the time and he was telling the wife that they weren't being dimmed, that that wasn't happening, and he basically was making her go crazy. So, and back in those days, like a crazy person would, you didn't know this, huh?
That's not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, and back in those days, like
You get locked in a mental
crazy
hospital.
people got locked away. Yeah, they got committed. So
You get
he was
Kanye Wested in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, and she kept seeing this was happening with her own eyes, and he was like, "What are you talking about? Like, you're nuts, you know?" And he would be sympathetic at first, and then like the more frustrated she got, the more she started feeling crazy
She
because
starts to doubt her own
she
mind.
starts to doubt her own mind and what she's seeing. So she's seeing what's happening, but because she's being told this isn't happening, she starts to then doubt, like, is this really happening? Like, maybe I am crazy. And that's how
See?
gaslighting works because you could see something with your own eyes, but the person that's trying to gaslight you is telling you that that's not
Oh
what
my
you're actually
god,
seeing.
that's so
And this
gnarly.
is what the government did to people throughout the cooties fiasco. That,
That's right.
you saw what was happening. You saw homeless people that were filthy living in the streets, never washing their hands, and they were completely fine. And yet they were telling us that people were dropping dead everywhere because you have to wear a
And
mask
those
and you
homeless dudes kind of have like they smoke cigarettes and kind of if they can get crack,
they
they'll do
probably didn't
crack.
have a healthy diet.
No, they probably had really bad habits, and yet cooties didn't kill them.
No,
I mean, I still see the same dude.
I
He's
do
been there.
too. And so anyway, they gaslighted us about a bunch of stuff and
How let's unpack that though,
okay.
because that you just I knew about gaslighting, but then when you just broke it down, I kind of thought, wow, that's so profound. And I kind of had like maybe a little epiphany.
Mm,
Like, so how does the gaslighting work these days? It's the media that's gaslighting you.
right.
And how does gaslighting work is it tells you stop believing your own eyes.
Right. That's what we were told during the whole cooties thing.
Stop believing your own eyes. And so what are the gaslighting is about? There is no conspiracy.
Mm,
Stop it. Okay? There's no conspiracy. And so they tell you that over and over again. They don't let you talk about it. And all of the mainstream media talk points are all just lies, keeping you playing in the sandbox. So you end up starting to kind of think, was that real or
yeah.
was that Memorex? Did I just,
You
because look at,
start to doubt it.
they're making me not want to. So, and then repetition of the media
Repetition.
because the husband does it over and over again. So I think that's part of the
It's part of the process. You can't just do it
gnarly.
once. They keep that's why the the media will keep putting out the same message over and over and over, and every channel
You
has
know
the
what that
same
makes me think
message.
about? Have you ever seen that one video where all of the
Yeah,
newscasters are all
all saying
saying
the same.
exactly the same? What do they
They're
call
on a
that?
script. That's
Uh,
Operation Mockingbird.
Mockingbird.
Yeah. Did we talk about that one?
No,
No,
that's another
that's another
operation.
operation.
Operation
That could
Mockingbird.
be a whole
So,
episode.
and so they're gaslighting you.
Yeah.
So the Operation Mockingbird, they're all on script saying the exact same words because they want you to not believe your lying eyes,
Hmm.
that there is a conspiracy and that there's a cult that's taken over the country, that's taken over the world.
Yeah.
Because they've taken over America, you take over the world.
Right.
They've taken over America and they've taken over the world and they want to kill you.
Right.
And that's what they want you to not be talking about. And
Yeah.
they want you to gaslight that. And because now gaslighting kind of works like remember your story is I love this. You're so adorable. You were telling the people, don't go get the pokies.
Oh yeah. When I
You're
went to
you
I
went
went
down.
to one of the pokey poke
You
sites.
went to the middle school
Yeah.
and you were telling people as they're walking in to get the pokies with their kids, don't get the pokies. Come here, come here. I have information about the pokies.
Hmm.
And one of the dads came over with his kid, and you show him a video, and you go, check this out.
I handed
Here's
him a
what's in the
flyer.
pokies.
Yeah.
Handed him a flyer, and he goes, "Wow, very
I
interesting.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay, well, come on, son, let's go get our shots.
Yeah. He's like,
Wait a
I
minute.
didn't know any of this. And then he just goes, okay, let's go on in and get our shot down. After I
So
showed.
I wonder if that's how the media works, so that you get gaslit, so that someone can't even tell you a fact.
Hmm.
You'll just complete. Remember, like my dad getting lost in the days before GPS, and he doesn't ask directions.
Hmm.
But then we passed the barn, and I go, Dad, we passed that barn. These people, you go, hey, we're lost, and we just passed that barn, and they go, what barn?
Yeah.
I don't see any barn.
They you it's like they get to the point where they don't even believe what's being shown to them in front of their very eyes. They'll
So
believe what's
now,
being told.
so now they've been told, you've been told, shut up, butterfly. And by the way, butterfly, don't trust your lying eyes. Okay.
Because whatever you're seeing is not really what you're seeing.
And
We'll
then
tell we'll tell you what you're seeing.
we'll tell you. And then what's the next phase?
The next phase is fear.
Fear.
Fear. Because
You got to become Howard Stern.
you can yeah, you got to stay in your house with your cats for 5 years
Yeah.
because, fear is the easiest way to control people,
Well,
actually.
that's how MK Ultra works. Okay. So it's
Yeah, fear and trauma.
trauma-based mind control.
Yeah.
That's a specific thing from the documents that came
Mhm.
out of MK Ultra.
Yeah.
That's what tripped people out. Is because remember we talked about how these people's evil dials, they go up to 15.
Yeah.
Like no
Not even
matter
11, like
not
15.
even 11. Like our dials go up to 11 when
Yeah.
we're going down rabbit holes.
Yeah.
We go all the way.
Yeah.
Their dials go up to 15 to the point where
It's beyond evil. Like it's an evil that you can't even fathom.
yeah. So basically, um, you try to conceive of the most evil plan, and they go, "Yeah, that's kind of just the beginning.
Mhm.
We have much more evil stuff than that.
Go way eviler.
We go way eviler." So MK Ultra kind of demonstrates how evil they are. Because
Mhm.
what do they do in MK Ultra? They
They traumatize you to the point of
they rape and then torture,
yeah.
which is gnarly
Yeah.
to children,
Yeah.
like 6-year-olds. Is
Ugh.
that cool? And so then they rape and torture, and then they go, "Oh, look at this. So now let's look at this 6-year-old's mind that we just raped and tortured. Look at what kind of a state it's in. Now it's been traumatized and it's paralyzed with fear. So now it's suggestive."
Mhm. And you don't have to be like literally raped and tortured. Like
No,
the media actually does that to you.
the desired effect is the desired effect.
Yeah.
Get you paralyzed with fear.
Yeah.
You're Howard Stern.
So when they're telling you nonstop every day, every channel, like there's this contagious virus, for example, or whatever it is, it could be,
Let's talk
war,
about all the different fear right now.
earth mod,
Earth mod.
earth
Well,
mod.
so like
People are actually scared of this.
AOC said we're gonna die.
I
This is
mean,
our World War II.
people like a lot of like the younger generation they've been traumatized to the point where afraid of Earth Mod.
They're throwing tomato soup on Mona
I
Lisa.
mean, it's
They're
great.
pissed.
They think that people are dying suddenly from Earth Mod.
Well,
You know, that's a good cover up
look at
for
Greta.
their story.
Look at Greta.
How dare you?
What did she say? How dare you too? It was um you guys aren't taking drastic action to offset Earth mod. How dare you?
And then she got in her private jet and flew away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you ever see that picture of her, like where she was sitting there on a train and someone just took a snapshot of her because they recognized her? And she had so much food. I think
Oh
she's
yeah.
kind of a big Steve.
Yeah.
I think she kind of can't control herself around food. Oh my God. Greta was just sitting there, just like, I have 5 entrees, leave me alone. It's like, okay, but anyways, so they have Earth mod. They
Mhm.
want you to be afraid.
Yeah.
But then it's not just Earth mod. We got cooties and like bird flu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So be scared.
Now the eggs are poison.
Eggs are gonna get you sick. But then your financial situation is very tenuous, even if you have money.
Yeah,
If you
because of the economy.
the economy and well, inflation,
Yeah.
and then
Wars,
there's wars, and then
terrorism.
if you try to buy a house, we make you jump through literally 1,347 hoops.
Right. And if you miss like one of them, you're
If you
screwed
don't go through 1,346, then you lose the $7,000 of the whole process, and it falls through, and you're fucked
on the last day.
on the last day. So that's afraid. I'm
Yeah.
afraid. I'm look at how challenging it is to start your own business. Look how challenging it is to acquire a house, even if you have money. Look how challenging it is to raise a family. And so I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And then
Bit.
you have no, no, I have a new one now.
Oh, what?
It's um Iranian terror cell.
Oh, right.
So
The invisible boogeyman.
yeah,
They love invisible
it's
boogeyman.
an invisible. It's kind of like what we called it. It's paranormal cockroach infestation. So the cockroaches aren't even real; they're paranormal.
They're invisible.
So you need to be afraid, and you don't even know when they're around.
Yeah.
You just
Well,
need to be
which is
afraid.
even scarier
Yeah,
because they can come out at any time.
they're always there, pretty
Yeah.
much. You just need to
Yeah.
assume that. So we need to palantir you, and you need to be afraid.
Oh, right.
And so that's the fear. It's okay, now I'm afraid. And so they can start removing your civil
Freedoms.
liberties.
Yeah. They can
Bec-
palantir you,
You can palantir in the middle of nowhere.
be surveilled nonstop.
That's right. And that's important because that's part of their plan.
Mm.
So now you got the fear and you got them afraid. But now, so you've got somebody who has they've got tape over their mouth. So let's just consider the person.
Okay.
So they got tape over their mouth and they've been told to not believe their lying eyes.
Right.
So now they're questioning their own mind,
Yeah.
which is kind of gnarly.
It is gnarly.
Sitting in your own house, just wondering
Makes you
if,
feel crazy.
yeah, like sitting there, just kind of wondering, like on your recliner, like, do I see things that aren't real? That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might turn you into like a big Steve, where you
Yeah.
just go, I'm just going to go do drugs because
Yeah.
I can't handle that. So then, okay, so now you got that, and then you got the fear.
Mhm.
So now the person is questioning their own mind and terrified, and they're in a suggestive state.
Yeah.
So now most people, like we've talked about, don't go pray to God.
Mm.
They go turn to the media.
That's their God.
That's their God. And he's Satan. And so what happens is they get in that state and they're like, okay, I really feel helpless and afraid right now. And they go, and then Satan through the media goes, okay, good, good, good. Okay, good, that's fine. So now what they do is what's the next phase?
Well, when you're in a suggestive state, you're malleable. They can
You're
manipulate you.
malleable,
So, along comes the social engineering,
social
which is kind of
engineering.
always around anyway.
Social
You know what I
engineering.
mean?
So you watch Netflix and you're watching Severance and you're going, oh, that's so cool. I can actually go to work and I don't even remember what I did all day. And I have no recollection of yesterday and I have no recollection of 10 years ago. All I know is today. So that's what the Netflix is turning them into. So they're in a suggestive state and they're being brainwashed by the media. And ultimately, what's being done is they're corralling you.
Mm,
That's the ultimate reason that they're doing all this. So
exactly.
now they've got you suggestive. They're social engineering you with the Netflix. And now they're going, and Satan's like, good, good, good. You're in the perfect state. Now, here, let me show you where to go. And now that's the whole agenda of the CIA.
They want
It's
to corral
corral
you.
you.
Yeah.
And where are they corralling you?
Well, for one, probably the first stop is the 15-minute
That's
city.
the first stop.
That's the first stop.
Second stop's your grave.
Yeah. The I think that
Although you make up a good point. Why are there not more cemeteries?
we're gonna do an episode on that.
That's kind of weird.
I've been thinking about that one a
So maybe you don't go
lot.
to your grave, you
I
just are unalived, and then who knows what happens to your
It's
body.
just like poof, you just sort of disappear. Like
Yeah,
I think they ship a coffin to your house at your 15-minute city, and you just sort of get vaporized,
I think so.
you
That's
know.
probably what it is. So the business model is you get mailed a coffin, you lay in the coffin, you gas yourself,
And
and then
you just poof, you're
after you're
gone.
dead, I think there's like an incineration button that's automatically tripped.
Hmm.
So once like your heart stops beating, it just burns you up. And then all you are is like a coffin and some dust.
Yeah.
And then now they feed dead people
To the
to the
crops.
crops.
Oh, it's
It's
soylent
Soylent Green.
Green.
You've been
It's
found to be
people.
unreliable. So I think that might be kind of interesting. So they're corralling you into your 15-minute city because there they're going to exterminate you.
Mm.
And I think that kind of brings it all back home. So it's all like this phase, these phases.
These are like the phases of the CIA operations. I think every one of them has basically followed these steps.
They turn
Don't you
you,
think?
yeah. So what do? They turn you into a walker
Yeah.
and then they lead you off a cliff. I think that's pretty
They
much it.
lead you to your demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then they have beacons that guide people. So we kind of talked about that. Like, remember Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
Well, you probably don't.
I
Wreck-It Ralph
I've
is one of those.
I know I've seen that.
Wreck-It Ralph. See, the thing about like, because I went and watched a lot of those movies, obviously, because my daughter. So then I'm going to the movies with them, and I'm realizing that Disney movies are cool.
Oh, total cult.
And
Yeah, they're social engineering the little minds that
yes,
they can like mold these little minds when they're young and then,
and so what do? Because they're little minds.
Mhm.
They're future. So the kids are our future.
Yeah.
So what they do is they kind of plant seeds like, here's the dystopia we want to create, and you're going to help create it.
Yeah.
And in Wreck-It Ralph, the dystopia is um, all of the all of the weird people, all of the walkers, they get led into a beacon at the end.
Oh, right.
And that's how the game gets reset. Because remember, they always use that kind of word reset?
Yeah. They love that, just like Klaus Schwab.
Class. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a great
Did
reset.
did you ever did you ever notice how all of the Disney movies are all of the main characters are always like orphans or their mother dies? It's like
Yeah,
really traumatizing. Like they always like their mother dies in the beginning of some tragic death and
yeah,
they're like left without a mom.
yeah,
Like even Bambi, wasn't
yeah.
Bambi's mom killed?
Bambi was gnarly. Like, I won't
Yeah.
watch it to this day.
Yeah,
It's so sad.
it's so they're traumatizing. They're all
Why?
traumatizing because when you become traumatized, you're in a
Suggestive.
suggestive state.
And so that's how their evil dials go to 15. So what are they doing? They're traumatizing our children through media and then brainwashing them once they're in a suggestive state. That's kind of lame to like look at a kid and go, I'm going to do that. But then
Yeah,
these are the people who raped and murdered little kids.
yeah,
And these are the people who drink adrenochrome. And if you've ever looked into adrenochrome, I won't get into it,
that's
but
so
you know
gnarly.
how they derive that.
Yeah,
I mean, so these people are evil. So that's what they do with a Disney movie. It's a cult. Remember Lego Movie?
yeah.
Lego Movie was totally cult.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. But remember, there was micromanagers,
Yes,
and
micromanaging.
and then who was Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell was Larry Fink. He was
Ooh,
he was President Business.
totally.
President Business is Larry Fink.
They love to put out these little movies that sort of depict their whole plan.
That's it.
It's so crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because you have all of these fertile little minds that you're going to
Yeah.
brainwash because they're the future.
And they're like, "Look at how fun and neat this is." Like, and then they won't even question like how it's actually happening in real life because they've seen like the Lego
And I
movies that
see
shows that it's like really everything is awesome.
everything is awesome. And I see my daughter's friends and I see that they kind of accept cult things.
Yeah, they do.
They don't see the danger, so
Yeah.
they're just so that's kind of what I think you and I are trying to call attention to is we're in Operation Disassociation. And Operation Disassociation turns you into a walker and leads you off a cliff. So we're trying to go, hey, 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 don't do it. But it's really hard
It is
because you have,
because a lot of people are already disassociated. That's why they're walkers.
and they're
Yeah.
already gaslit. You
Yeah.
bring up that today, and that gaslighting, I think, is going to be something we'll bring up a lot more because now I'm starting to realize how profound that is. Because if you doubt your own mind, I can come up and I can tell the pharmacist, I want to see the insert from the pokey. And he goes, here you go. And you go, wait a minute, this is
It's
blank.
blank.
And he goes, I know I shouldn't be giving these shots. Have a nice day. And then he goes back to work. That's what happens to people who are gaslit. Like he got shown information and then he just gaslit it away and
Mhm.
said, I don't believe my lying mind, my lying eyes. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the challenges that we face
Right.
is people have to wake up to the fact that the cult has taken over and you have to get out of the system. You have to. Like I was thinking the other day, you know how I told you that they killed my dad?
Yeah.
The healthcare
The-
system killed my dad.
They kill a lot of people. That's
So,
their plan.
yeah. And so my dad trusted the doctors. He went and got the quadruple bypass surgery where they open up his chest,
Ah,
rip veins from his legs, and chuck him in his chest.
and just like he's supposed to be like
Gnarly.
totally
You'll be
okay
better.
after that.
You'll be
Yeah.
better. And then, but the gnarlier thing is they gave him this drug called Coumadin.
You were telling me about
Now,
that.
Coumadin is
Is
rat poison.
that's so
I
sick.
learned that recently. It's the
Ugh.
same agent that's in rat poison. So they gave my dad rat poison in the form of a pharmaceutical drug for 20 years, twice a day.
That's
And
crazy.
now looking back in the rearview mirror, knowing that they did that to him, I'm like, oh my God, how evil. So we don't have an alternative healthcare system yet,
Mm.
but we need one. You
Yeah.
have to have an
I think
alternative healthcare
I
system.
think it's starting to happen. But you know, it's just like it's going to take a while for the whole process to be um like really evolved. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing. Slowly but surely, people are going to start creating parallel economies and parallel healthcare systems, and that's going to be the white pill.
That's the
Because
white pill. And
you
people
know
and
what has to happen?
we have to support that.
We have to
You know
support
what
that
I mean?
because in order for those parallel economies and parallel healthcare systems and parallel justice system too,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
in order for all of that, people have to come to an agreement that there is a conspiracy and they have to stop being gaslit. Ingrid Bergman needs to wake up. Does she
Yeah.
wake up in the end?
Should I give away the ending or should
Please.
I think maybe I won't give away the ending because
No.
I think people should go watch
Watch
it.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm thinking, I don't know what happens in that movie, but I'm thinking that Ingrid Bergman can go, you
She
know
can
what?
snap out of it.
You are doing this.
Sometimes you just like need to shake yourself and wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you find out that
And
they're manipulating
yeah,
you.
you realize that they are the ones that are creating this scenario to make you feel crazy. What?
Epiphany, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding, ding.
oh my God.
They're manipulating you.
Yes.
And I know that sounds kind of like, oh, well, duh, but no. But if you think about it, that's profound.
Yeah.
They're manipulating you because you have a tendency to think that your life is just organic and that's just entertainment.
They're engineering you.
They're engineering you. And that
Yeah.
the micromanagement and the hoops that you have to run through, that's all just part and parcel. No, that's all a manipulation intentionally being done to you. I'm a bad person.
Well, there is
I'm a
so
bad person, so I believe that's a conspiracy going on.
I think we're gonna have to do a deep dive into that, but that's actually true. They have done these studies where they figured out how to manipulate people to guide them and drive their behavior, like
Larry Fink.
Larry Fink likes to say.
Larry Fink says, "What? How's he
We're
going to
gonna
drive it?
drive their
How's
behavior.
he going to do it?"
You tell him.
Hmm? Larry Fink. Well, Larry Fink kind of talks like Bill Gates. It's kind of weird how they all kind
They
of
all
have this kind of voice.
they all talk like that.
They talk like this, and it's like, well, I'm not very sexually attractive, and I have a lot of money and power, and I kind of hate you. And so what I'm going to do is because I have all the money and power right now, I'm the CEO of BlackRock, but that makes me the CEO of Earth
Yeah.
because BlackRock owns Earth, whether it's flat or round, whatever you want to
We
believe.
own Coke and Pepsi.
We own Coke and Pepsi. We own the Republicans and the Democrats. Okay, so don't get like all thinking that you have freedom. We own you. So what we're gonna do here at BlackRock, here's our mission. We're gonna drive behavior with financial instruments.
Mhm.
Now, you can unpack that. Micromanagement. Micromanagement is how they drive behavior.
Totally.
And what they do is they say,
They te
well,
they teach their little, micro megalomaniac psychopaths to do
what do
this
we
for
call
them.
them? What do we call them?
Triple M to the
A
P.
triple M to the P.
Yeah.
Why are they a triple M to the P? They're micromanaging
Megalomaniac
megalomaniac
psychopaths.
psychopaths. And we've talked about how do you become a psychopath? It's fear times soma equals psychopath.
Mhm.
So that's how you become a psychopath is you're afraid and then you just take a pill to kind of assuage your fears
Yeah.
rather than dealing with your fears. Then you become a psychopath and then you like hurting people.
And you can tell, like, other people to do these things.
And so when Larry
You
Fink says,
micromanage.
yes. So when Larry Fink says, I'm going to drive behavior with financial instruments, what he kind of does with all the walkers is he turns them into himself.
Right, little mini Larry Finks.
Like, did you? I
Larry
know they're
Finklets.
little Finklets. They're baby Finklets.
So gross.
They're mini Fink.
Yeah.
So,
Mini Fink.
so have I know you haven't seen The Matrix.
I have, but, like, it's been a long time. I need to rewatch that.
So in The
I
Matrix,
do know all the nitty-gritty, though.
in The Matrix, the agents eventually turn all of the blue-pilled people, which we call walkers, into themselves.
Oh.
That's part of the so I believe the Matrix was the cult revealing the plan.
Yeah. That's kinda obvious, I
So
think.
there's a lot of different elements. One of them is the agents.
Yeah.
They turn people into themselves. And Larry Fink turns all of the walkers into himself. So they become micromanaging psychopaths.
Right.
And that's how they do it. And that's how they drive behavior. So like you're going to buy a house and there's somebody who's there like you're thinking this person is going to facilitate the deal. No, 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 no.
There to facilitate the undeal.
That's right.
No.
Like what the analogy I used last time was they're going to try to sink your battleship.
Yeah.
You're playing battleship against them.
Yeah.
And they're going to be going like E4 and you're just going no, you missed. They're damn. So if you manage to buy the house, even if you have the money, you kind of barely avoided having your battleship sunk.
Mhm.
That's kind of how it works. So that's micromanagement and that's driving behavior. And what's the behavior that it drives? It drives you into their disassociation. Because the first step is shut up.
Right.
But the second step is Eeyore. Got to get Eeyored. And the way that you get Eeyored is you kind of doubt your mind. And then you kind of get just overwhelmed with the micromanagement
Totally.
to the point where you're exhausted.
And then you kinda like, a lot of people just give up, and they're
It's
like,
too
"Ugh,
much.
it's too much.
Like my
I can't
mom
I
when
can't."
she went to the DMV and she tried
Yeah.
to get the real ID. And she's like, if it's going to be this much, I just don't want to do it.
So I think, that is so funny that that happened because we talked about this before, how they're micromanaging, that micromanager was so good at his job that he micromanaged his way out of getting another
Yeah.
walker. But it's funny that they apply these kind of strict rules and things to walkers because most walkers aren't going to want to like try it
No,
any harder than they have to. You know what I mean?
like in The Walking Dead, if you look at a walker, they'll walk into a fence and then just stop and go, "Arr, arr," and then it'll show like time passes, like a month passes, and that same walker is just at the fence. They can't get around that
Yeah.
obstacle.
Yeah.
It
So
just
they really can't make things too difficult for walkers. So the only people that are really going to succeed are the ones who are going to be like, I'm going to do this no matter what.
think so.
Some of these things won't be easy, but if you are a non-walker and you're going to succeed, you're going to just get through all of these things and you're going to succeed that way.
That's right. Because I think that you bring up another point. A walker is kind of resigned to defeat. They're defeatist.
Right.
They accept defeat. And they just go, my life is broken. My dog's in a wheelchair.
Government will save me.
Government will save me. My dog's in a wheelchair. I put bleach in my eyeballs because I want to be disabled.
Yeah.
They like that. It's like I think there's an aspect of being a walker where they kind of like being a victim
Yeah.
and they like sitting around feeling sorry for themselves. It's kind
Right.
of their identity. So all of this is manipulation and they're all manipulating you. So I think so what's the white pill? We always want to talk about the white pill.
Well, you started to talk about the white pill, which is we have to have you know, like alternate realities really. I mean, we have to
Yeah.
have, like
Alternate healthcare system,
alternate healthcare.
alternate education system. Like your
Yeah,
kids should be homeschooled.
which a lot of people are starting to do these
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
And then you need alternative entertainment,
true.
like something other than Hollywood, where it's not
Like
all a satanic cult.
listening to Unslave Your Mind podcast.
Enslave Your Mind podcast. We are alternative entertainment. And, I think essentially that's it. We have to, but in order for that to come about, people need to stop being gaslit. They need to stop being um, afraid to acknowledge that what all this stuff we're talking about is real.
Exactly. They have to not be afraid to acknowledge it. So
That's
they
hard
can't, I know.
because
I
what
know.
we say kind of, I think I make people really nervous sometimes when I tell them what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever noticed?
Yes.
Like I tell them, I go, well, you're being sprayed from the air by chemtrails constantly. Or you know what scares people? You know what scares people is when I tell them about geoengineering and HARP.
Earth mod.
Well, no, when I talk about
Oh,
geoengineering and HARP, I
yeah.
mean, those are government systems where
That,
they're controlling our weather. People
yeah.
don't really want to hear that because that freaks them out.
Yeah. I think there's a CIA operation name for that too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, HARP is a CIA operation. It's
Yeah.
DARPA. DARPA is like
Yeah.
an arm of HARP.
Yeah.
And so there's that and DEWS.
Dues, right?
There's DEWS and HARP. So when I tell people about that kind of stuff, they start to shut down because you're bumping up against their bubble
Totally.
and they don't want to leave that.
And I've been seeing this. We talked about this in our episode, The New Blue Pill.
The new blue.
A lot of people who were awake before are now kind of like taking a new blue pill where they want to kind of close their eyes to what's happening. So you can't do that. The white pill is you don't allow yourself to be gaslit and you realize what's happening, realize we need alternate systems and support those systems,
That's right.
and continue to stay awake. Because once you go back to sleep, I think the slumber becomes even deeper.
I think so. I think so. I think that's good. I think we did a good episode here and a good uncovering. One last thought that comes to mind. Have you ever seen Braveheart?
Yeah.
Do you remember he says pretty much, I'd rather die than
Mm,
be under your yoke.
yeah.
And most of the other men were too cowardly to do that
Right.
until finally they jumped on board. I think we're kind of in that period right now where people like you and me are like William Wallace, and we're going and telling the people we're living under tyranny and we're slaves and we need to break out
Right.
and we need to die or be free. And people are like, whoa, 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 I'm driving
Yeah.
my Tesla. We're having a Tupperware party tonight.
Yeah.
But pretty soon, I think the Tupperware parties are gonna go sour. And I think the trip to the Bahamas is gonna suck because the Bahamas is gonna be micromanaged by
It'll
the whole.
probably be a 15-minute city.
It'd be like visiting a 15-minute city.
Yeah.
And then have you gone on vacation lately? It's kind of lame because you get micromanaged everywhere you go.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do the other day? And I was like, dude, it's not even fun.
Oh, you went to the casino,
I went to the casino
right?
and I got
I
micromanaged.
know.
Like in the casino.
Yeah, it's like
This
you're going somewhere to have fun and you end up getting micromanaged.
or I got micromanaged at the golf course. So I played golf. So
Yeah.
I went and checked in with the starter and we got there like 2 hours early so we could hit a bucket of balls and putt and get warmed up. Hadn't played in a while. So I go in to tell the starter, yeah, I know our tea time's at 1. I just wanted to let you know we're here. And she's like, okay, well, you don't check in this early. And like got mad at me and then started micromanaging me. So why don't you guys go do this and go do that and go do this and then come check in? And it was like, well, you don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I might go do that. I might go do something else. I'm just letting you know we're here.
Yeah.
But they kind of micromanage you on vacation.
Yeah.
So the reason I bring that up is because I think the blue pilled vacationers are gonna finally wake up.
Mhm.
They're gonna be like, this sucks. But then they're gonna have to say, um, butterfly and firefly are right. And that's gonna be coming next. Because what happens, Braveheart, most people are afraid, they abandon him, but eventually they come around and Scotland becomes free.
I think the pendulum is starting to swing this direction, and I think more people are starting to
We're
realize,
eternal optimists.
yeah,
That's what you and I are. We never get Debbie Downer.
no,
This was good.
that was good. I think
It was a good summation.
we might do another CIA operation episode next time or the one after, but I like
What was the
the
CIA operation you just brought up that we forgot about?
um what were we just saying?
Oh my gosh, it
It
was a
was
total other operation.
Operation Mockingbird.
Mockingbird.
Yeah, we have to talk
That's
about that.
totally. And then there's another one, Operation
Paperclip.
Paperclip.
There's a bunch of them.
But those two are pretty gnarly.
Yeah,
And then Northwoods.
there's a bunch. But I think what this is all about is that are we in a CIA operation now? And it's pretty clear we are.
What's it called?
Disassociation.
Operation Disassociation. It even rhymes.
I know.
They're probably going to steal it.
Disassociation Nation.
That's it.
We're in it.
Anything else?
That was good. No,
Okay. Good talking to you.
you too.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.